Hello, Diggers Bay enthusiasts. With the power of love, teamwork, and a legally questionable amount of Raikou slander, A12 clawed his way into the playoffs of the BBR D-League. His opponent, none other than dashing Sceptile and his glow stick on steroids, Terra Necrozma. Now I've got serious beef with Necrozma. During preseason power rankings, the so-called experts told A12 drafting Terra Hydrapple was a foolish endeavor due to things like Terra Necrozma's legality. But today, my friends, we're here to prove they were fools and that it's not over until it's truly Hydrover. To take down the Cosmic Crystal Crab, we're rolling out the Ultimate Squad Eject Pack Terra Hydrapple. For those dramatic exits, Yaon Dondozo, because nothing says strategy like a nap. Assault Best Slowking, aka the King of Vibes. Booster Valiant, it's busted, to Specs Braviary, our Glass Cannon with a PhD in nuking civilizations, and Eject Pack Holucha, because one Eject Pack wasn't enough. Will this ragtag team of misfits spread even more Raikou slander across the BBR? Or will dashing Sceptile crush our hopes faster than Diggerspa's tragic exit from Polydex? Remember to like the video and subscribe to A12 to watch more Pokemon draft content.
Okay, so dashing brought Infernape, which I wasn't really expecting, but we'll generally have to play around it. I'm going to lead what my lead always has been in basically all my mocks, which is lead the Hydrapple, get a big Leaf Storm off, and pivot out. I could also get a big Draco off. No, it depends on what he leads. I think he's probably going to lead the Roaring Moon to get off a fast U-turn, as U-turn does a lot of damage before my Hydrapple tears, which is why I want to tear my Hydrapple immediately. I might not be as enthusiastic as previous weeks because I'm running on very little sleep right now, so we'll see how this goes. Virgo. Not what I wanted to see. Okay. I do know that my Hydrapple can take any one hit this wants to go for, even if it is like a Specs, even if it happens to be like Specs Sludge Wave. So I'm just going to fire off my Draco Meteor and play from there. The reason why I'm Draco Meteoring instead of Leaf Storming is I want to get as much damage on this Thundurus as possible so that I can press Air Slash instead of Hurricane later on in the game with my Braviary. And I'm not that scared of Weezing as well. I mean, Weezing can't really touch my Slowking. So I'm just going to Terra and Draco Meteor. If you Sludge Wave, fine, you Sludge Wave. Looks like he stayed in. Probably going to Sludge Wave, but that's okay. We should take one Sludge Wave, barring something crazy happening. And we get our Terra off, which is big. He could also Volt Switch or U-turn. U-turn would make a lot of sense, actually, but we'll see. Nasty Plot. Okay. I did not expect Nasty Plot. That is very scary. Fortunately, we are Draco Meteor Eject Pack, so we'll be able to get a big chump and pivot out. Wow, okay. Raw turd one Nasty Plotting. You are a madman, Dashing. You are a madman. How much do I have that actually outspeed this? Not a whole lot, actually. My Slowking is rocking a Self-Vest, so it'll be able to take one hit. I don't want to burn my booster on Valiant right away. Does my Holucha take this out? Oh no, he actually might be cussed after. I didn't take that into consideration. Does Thundurus one-shot my Slowking? I don't have enough time to check. I think I have to go Slowking and hope my Slowking can take a hit. I think it should, as I'm running like a Self-Vest max special defense. If he happens to be like a Dark Pulse set, I should take one. So I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. If he takes me out, that really surprises me. And it doesn't look like he really has a good Sludge Bomb switch in, so he probably will have to let this go down. So he doesn't have Dark Pulse yet, Thunderbolt, but we'll eat that. Yeah, I mean, it's Slowking. So Thundurus goes down, one huge threat out of the way. I thought he was gonna, he was probably gonna bring like Scarf Thundurus. I wasn't expecting the Nasty Plot set. That was a good bring, kudos to him. But fortunately, our counterplay of the Eject Pack ended up working out. He goes out into this. Is he Booster? Or is he banned? He's Booster. Okay. Booster attack. We are running max defense on our Hydrapple, so we should be able to take one hit. We also have the Dodonzo, which is rocking Yawn. I think if you Ironhead, generally fine. We got our Terra Fairy off. And we could Terra Blast this in the face. He's going pure setup sweep, so I have to be careful. It's because he might be playing for something which I don't see. Knock off. That's gonna do nothing. Yeah, you get to knock off absolutely nothing. Crit, no, but let's be honest, it doesn't really matter. I can't fire off Terra Blast here. Am I going to? Yeah, I don't. He doesn't really have a good fairy switch in besides Weezing, and Weezing isn't known for its special bolt. And chip on that Weezing is going to be absolutely huge for my potential Valiant endgame. Please be Weezing. If I want chip on that Weezing. Libra. Who is Libra? Weezing. Okay, I'm going to get the chip that I want on this. I'm not going to be able to kill this, obviously. But I'll probably do like maybe 20%. Might be especially defensive. Either way, he's not running leftovers either, so he's probably either rocking Rocky Helmet or Payapa Berry. Either way, my Braviary is always my switch into this Weezing. Weezing can't really do a whole lot to me. And we'll play from there. If you have like a Dark Pulse or something, that would really catch me off guard, but we'll see. So we go Brave. Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Will-O-Wisping my Braviary does absolutely nothing for you. Your Roaring Moon is still alive, so I can't Psychic this. Do I go for Air Slash or Hurricane? I think I go Hurricane. As Hurricane does have a role where it can potentially one-shot that Roaring Moon depending on its investment. So that is what I'm going to go for. If he happens to go Roaring Moon. He's in a lot of trouble here. He has to take a sack. I'm hoping he lets it be this Weezing, as Weezing Gone opens up Valiant endgame, but I think he's too smart to allow for that to happen. It might be an Assault Vest Ursaluna, which if it is Assault Vest Ursaluna, he's probably going that right now. Draco. Roaring Moon. There is a role where I can kill this. Will I get it? No, he revealed he has some HP investment. Okay, but that frees me up to Air Slash later on in the game, which is big. Kind of brain dead, but even if he Iron Heads, I should be able to take one with my Hydrapple. If he Dragon Dances, fine, I should still be able to take Iron Head afterwards. Especially since he burned his booster speed already, so I have to note that Roaring Moon has no item. I don't know what his endgame's gonna be. Devils, yeah, fair enough. My switch to Hydrapple is kind of obvious. Orion, that's a new Pokemon. Necrozma. Okay, I actually like this situation as I'm running Yawn on my Hydrapple, which will be able to force this out. So it's because since he's Terra Electric, he's not going to be able to one-shot me with anything, so I'm just going to fire off my Yawn. If he reveals Calm Mind, fine, he reveals Calm Mind, but I do have ways to revenge kill that. His Yawn definitely forces him out here. And since he's Terra Electric, he's probably not running a Spec set. Oh, I think I see what he's doing. He went out into the Necrozma in order to get his Terra off, because he thinks that Terra will allow him to resist the Braviary head. But little does he know, Braviary gets Tinted Lens, so he will absolutely ignore this resist. So I think that's what he's going to do, so I'm hoping at some point he allows this Necrozma to go down to my Braviary. Photon Geyser immediately. Is this special or physical? That looks like a special Necrozma. Okay. But we got our Yawn off. Yawn is big, and here I imagine you have to switch out. Probably out into the Weezing, and I could get more chip with the Leaf Storm. Or I can actually go out into Slowking, which is decent middle ground. In the off chance he happens to stay on. Yeah, I think I'm going to make the Slowking Clay. SP, that's middle ground. I don't think you go... Yeah, SP, you definitely don't go Roaring Moon raw on a Terra Fairy Hydrapple. Yep, you go out into Weezing. Okay, sweet. That's what we wanted. So we get to go out into our Slowking and play a little bit from there. He's going to have to switch out as he needs his healthy in order to keep my Iron Valiant in check. If I want to be really aggressive, I can go for the Grass Taunt on his expected Ursaluna. Which is honestly really tempting. No, I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. Even if he goes Ursaluna, I should be able to take any one hit that wants to go for. And I do like that potential Poison Chip. So even though his Ursaluna is kind of obvious and I could have punished it, I elected not to. I'm going to be able to take any one hit this wants to go for. That's not AV. Yeah, that's definitely not AV. I think I just Grass Knot here. Yeah, I do take 1 Earth Power from this. So I'll get my Grass Knot off. Snarl! Interesting, okay. Is this gonna be Weakness Policy? Throat Spray. Oh, that is an impressive bring. Very impressive bring. Is this gonna be Throat Spray Trailblaze? Maybe. Does this kill my royalty at this range? It does max 67.5, so he actually can't take me out here. So I think I am just gonna go for the Grass Knot and take him out in turn. Moonlight. Interesting. But I am gonna be doing more to this than he's gonna be able to do to me. I think. I hope. Yeah, I really hope. I'm just gonna keep on the Grass Knotting. If he goes for the Snarl, fine, he goes for the Snarl. This is a weird situation. I think he's probably gonna Earth Power. Oh, does Blood Moon take me out here? I didn't take that into... No, Blood Moon won't take me out here. Yeah, no, Earth Power still does more than Blood Moon does. He's probably gonna Red the Calcs. Earth Power, that should not be able to kill me. It does not kill me, as I did the Calcs beforehand, and Grass Knot will be able to take out this Ursaluna, which... Throat Spray Ursaluna was an excellent bring. That really caught me off guard. So... Or sorry, not Ursaluna, Blood Moon. So what he has left is Necrozma, Roaring Moon, which has no item, Weezing, which is a little chipped, and Infernate. So he goes out into this. I know that this is special. I could Sludge Bomb. I could also go this in Yawn, which I think I might go for, as I am running especially defensive Donbozo, so I'll be able to take a one hit. Oh, but he's Terra Electric. I did not take the Terra Electric into consideration. That was good on him. Is this going to be... I just quote on geysers. Okay. That's a little bit. And he's probably going to Terra Electric this turn. And hit me with a hit. Is this AV? I don't know. I don't know if this is AV or not. No, it's not AV. It's Calm Mind. Okay. Okay, so we'll get our Yawn off, force this out, and play from there. Did you have to switch out here on a Yawn? If you allow your Necrozma to go to sleep, you have absolutely no win condition here. So Necrozma's in. What's a good middle ground play here? I could go Slowking again. Could go Lucha. Encore this potentially. Does he have any hazard setters? No. I think I am going to go Hawlucha here. As I imagine you have to switch out here. Yep, you have to switch out on Yawn. Yeah. Libra? Who's Libra? This, okay. That's not the end of the world. And I can U-turn on this and find out whether this is Rocky Helmet. I can go for the close combat kind of aggressively, but I don't really, on a predicted switch, but I don't really see the point in that, as, yeah. Yeah, I see absolutely no point in close combating this. I'll find out, are you Rocky Helmet or are you Payapa? You're Payapa Berry, okay. Where's it Shuka Berry? I wasn't paying attention if that was neutralizing gas or not. My Braviary will be able to take a one hit this wants to go for. And my Braviary is always my kind of punish for this. He will was again. Okay. So Braviary already burnt. Is there any reason for me to not attempt? I'm tempted to Hurricane on that potential Necrozma. If I'm... no, I'm going to Air Slash and see how much the HP that Necrozma's running. If you're definitely going Necrozma here. Yeah, you go around the Necrozma. And I'm actually going to be able to outspeed this. Yep, does about half. I don't know how much speed this Orion's running. I really can't tell if that's running max HP or max speed. If he's running no speed, I don't outspeed him anyways. Actually, no, if he's running no speed, I do outspeed him. This is interesting. Do I risk this not outspeeding? Let me think. If I lose this, what's my way to... I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. Are you max speed? You are max speed, but you ran Moonlight. Okay. So we do a decent chip. We take that burn chip. But good to know, he is running speed on this. Do I go for Lutron to potential Moonlight? If I go for Lutron, he Terra Blasts. I think that's what I'm going to do. If he Terra Blasts, he Terra Blasts. I can Encore this into Moonlight. And force it to switch out into Wheezing. Moonlight, okay. So I'm going to lock him into Moonlight here. As I don't think you expect to Encore my Hawlucha this turn. So I'm going to Encore you. And play from there. No, okay, so you expected Encore. Good on you, good on you. You expected the Encore. Wheezing, I imagine? Yep, Wheezing. Okay, fair enough. So Encore fails. He knows I have Encore now, which is good information for him to have. I think I can U-turn here and go out into my Royalty and get that health here. If he doesn't really have a good... Oh no, he doubles out. Who is he going to double out into? Is it going to be... Roaring Moon. So he's going to sack Roaring Moon to the U-turn, which does free up my ability to Psychic. Now I can Psychic spam him. I don't think that was a good sack. I think he needed to keep Roaring Moon to prevent me from spamming Psychics. Would I go on neutral? I could go Hydrapple neutral. Yeah, Hydrapple's really good neutral. It's because Hydrapple forces him to go out into Wheezing. It's because if he goes out into Necrozma, all he can do is basically go for an attack and switch out. Due to how Yawn works. I should have ran Hazards this week. I really should have ran Hazards this week. So yeah, he goes out into Wheezing like I expected. And I could switch out here. Or I could aggressively stay in. The upside to staying in here is that I get chip on this, which I need for my Valiant endgame. And there's also a very good chance that he doubles, expecting my Slowking to come in. Or expecting my Braviary to come in. So I'm going to make a little bit of an aggressive play. I'm going to go for Leaf Storm. If you Sludge Bomb, good on you. Okay, we made the right play. We get a big Leaf Storm off on something, and that something is going to be the Orion. I should be keeping track of how many turns of thingies it has, but Leaf Storm, that's about half. Okay, so he's like especially defensive. He's especially defensive in Speed Corrupt. And all Yawn here. He's going to Moonlight. It's super obvious, but that's okay. We can force this out. So he Moonlights. I go for Yawn. And force this out. I believe that was his 4th Moonlight. So he has probably 4 more Moonlights. No, I think that was the 3rd Moonlight. Either way, I'm going to go Slowking here. He has to switch, and I imagine that switch is likely going to be the Weezing. As I don't think you want to go Infernape on a potential Draco Meteor. Yeah. And he's also saving that Infernape in the back. Is that Infernape going to be Scarfed? It could very well be Scarfed, and he's playing for an Infernape endgame. Unfortunately, we do have booster speed, so we'll be able to outspeed Infernape, but... Okay. I don't think I have a reason not to Sludge Bomb. He can play to try to get me to... He's probably playing to try to get the Poison, but if I get the Poison, I could kind of slowly break him down with Braviary. So I'm just going to Sludge Bomb again. Come on, you're playing a very risky game. I can always go out into Lucha, potentially. I think I Sludge Bomb. Even if you go for the Moonlight, fine. He goes for Photon Geyser. I should be able to take 1 Photon Geyser. Yep, I do. Slowking the Beast, and hopefully we finally get this Poison we've been baiting for. We finally get the Poison we've been baiting for. Sweet, that's what I wanted. Okay. He has to Moonlight this turn now, and that gives me an opportunity to go out into my Hawlucha. And I think this is where I'm going to burn my Eject Pack. Yeah, this is definitely where I'm going to burn my Eject Pack. This means he might stay... This means the reason why I'm going to burn Eject Pack this turn is he might stay in on my Hawlucha, hoping me to U-turn. And if he stays in with Hawlucha, he potentially loses to this close combat. So that is what I'm going to do. I can't encore him. He's running very low. Okay, he did stay in. Do we take him out? We don't take him out. Okay. Okay. Probably Moonlighting. So he burned our Jetpack for kind of no... Actually, not really no reason. It's because it's going to force him to Moonlight again. We are running Psyshock on this. I think I little Wade Dozo's my play. Hey, wait, if he is Scarf Infernape, he can potentially win if I miss. So I think Slowking's my play. And Psyshock this. As he Photon Geysers. So he's going to lose his Necrozma to this poison. So we did make the right place going for the close combat with the Hawlucha. So Necrozma goes down. What he has left is Weezing and Infernape. So I think this is going to be a pretty clean win. Barring that Infernape having something that really catches me off guard. Hercules. So he finally goes on into Infernape. I imagine this is some kind of setup set. Am I okay with Slowking going down here? I think I would rather sack Hawlucha. Hawlucha really doesn't do a whole lot at this point. And Slowking is still kind of valuable in the off chance he has like some way to... In case he has like some way to beat my thingy, 1v1. Flare Blitz. I think we should be able to take one Flare Blitz unless that's banded. So we do take a Flare Blitz and we will find out if this is running banned or not. Or if it's running Scarfed or not. So I'm going to close combat this. If you're running Scarfed... Okay, you're running Scarfed and Infernape. Fair enough, fair enough. So you will take out my Hawlucha here, but Hawlucha did what it needed to. Hawlucha basically took out that Necrozma with its Encore utility set. So he's locked into Flare Blitz. So I think I can just go out into this and Zen Headbutt a few times for game. And that should be definitely the game. So, good game to dashing. We're going to move on to quarterfinals, where I believe we faced either Crep or Pup, both of which are pretty solid battlers. So it should be a good game. Maybe you like switch out here. I don't know why you would switch. Actually, you might switch out, expecting like somehow for Slowking to Weezing to 1-1v1, but it doesn't. So Infernape goes down. All he has left is Weezing, which will go down to my Braviary, and that will be a good game. And I call a solid 5-0, 4-0 win, depending on if his Weezing has a way to take out my Iron Valiant. I don't know if this is one thing my opponents brought in box was my opponents brought like more offensive slow Weezing. No, that's not more offensive Weezing Galar. Okay. Excellent Gleam, interesting. But this game's over. I can take him out here with this, but I don't really see the point. I think I'm just going to take him out with Slowking and preserve the bigger differential. Because why not? And it's also the faster way to win, as you don't have to see the fainting animation from Iron Valiant. So sweet. That'll do nothing. And I assume this is Dark Pulse, as that's basically what everyone's brought on Weezing Galar against me in mocks. So he's going to think about... there's nothing to think about here, though. The game's over. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, he was probably just kind of freaking out, being like, oh no, got blown out. But yeah, good game to dashing. He had a kind of unfortunate matchup here, as Hydrapple is very good into his team, and then Crossbite is kind of bad into mine. And those are two of our best Pokemon. So, yeah. See you guys next week in quarterfinal. Oh, come on, dashing. It's over. There's no point. Is this for pride or something? The game's over. Yeah, okay. I think he was just going for Pain Split to try to preserve a few turns. But we win 5-0, and see you guys next week in the quarterfinals.